This week's edition of Grappler's Keep is brought to you once again by Diet Water. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. And despite all of the rain hitting all over the place here in the country this past week and this weekend, while you're keeping yourself quite dry, trying to keep yourself quite dry, the one place you don't want to be too dry is on the inside. And the best way to prevent that from being a problem is by intaking that one beverage that has all of that great water taste, but still none of those dreaded water calories. The one, the only, Diet Water. This product's only available in stores where it's sold. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are time zone-wise on this island Earth. This is Kentucky Hawkeye, KY Hawkeye, your host here for Hawkeye's Old Time Gaming Emporium. Let me make some adjustments here because we have our new thing going here. We have, if I can get this to cooperate right. Come on. Surprise me. Do what I tell you. There we go. The Gracie Cam is up and going for all of those who have been looking and wanting for that. Hello, Krellin, Praxagorth, Esmophoria, Wandering Silence, and everyone else who is watching here tonight, as it is Saturday night, which means our special Behind the Counter tonight being made up by Virgil, the Caramel Cyborg, our Soda Jerk extraordinaire, is our famous 1-2-3 parfaits. And Tori will take you to your favorite cedar booth, or maybe you're part of the cool dude sitting behind the counter on those red foam stools spinning around like we always did when we were kids, and some of us still do as adults, because it's Saturday night, and that means it's time for Grappler's Keep, our WWE 2K25 universe, where a number of characters from all of your favorite tabletop RPG genres compete in a ring that we lovingly call the Dice Tray, especially now because it actually looks like one. So we are in what they call in the business our go-home show, which means this is the show before our next premium live event. That would be the Fiendish Stockade, our version of Hell in a Cell. So we'll have as many of our wrestlers that we can cram in to the show next week, but this is our week for them to earn the slots, to try to get those prime looks. Yep, there's the kitty, beautiful little Persian, or not Persian, she's a Himalayan. So she's taking her favorite spot to sit when I'm at the desk is either at my feet or right there. So we've got the Gracie Cam set up so she can be seen there. So we have our go home show going on tonight. We got a bunch of great matches lined up for you. This week, WWE 2K26 was released. Obviously, I'm not using it yet because when it comes to when this game's released, there's two rules I go by. One, take my time making up the new wrestlers. Two, I guess there's maybe more than two rules. Two, wait until after a premium live event, probably earliest it'll be is after our next premium live event, before I kick in and make the switch. And three, and most importantly, number three, give them plenty of time to fix the bugs. I was watching a friend of mine, Voodoo Ush, who was messing around with 2K26 the past couple of days, and he was having some crashes doing some of the My Rise stuff. So, knowing the history that 2K tends to have when their WWE games come out, we're going to take our time and do this. Now, I will warn you, they've got a lot of wrestlers hidden behind different paywalls and stuff like that. So your favorite wrestlers here on Grappler's Keep, when we make the switch, may end up having different looks or maybe different entrances, because one, some of those are going to be locked, and two, I may be looking for something new and different to do with our wrestlers here. So be prepared for that when it comes to it, but I'll give you a little bit of warning on that. But let's go ahead and get things started with our show. So without any further ado, because we used all the ado making dinner last night, let's begin. Prepare to enter the dice tray. Welcome to Grappler's Keep. All right, let's take a look at the news from when we were on last time. Varja's match was interrupted by Gelna's entrance music, her eyes drawn to the stage and leaving her open to a surprise attack from behind. Gelna's assault from the crowd went unnoticed, but most likely not unanswered by her rival. A strong win in celebration by Feline Locke's victory was interrupted by an unexpected attack. Nail Kaio's ambush was carried in full aggression with the use of a kendo stick in an effort to add equal parts insult to injury of her rival. Miney showed up after Doxel Rubison's match and taunted his rival from the stage, a disrespectful gesture intended to throw him off kilter in his next match. Excuse me. Aspirated there for a moment. Goldie Boone couldn't wait for her title match and went as far as taking out Chastity York's opponent just to fight her. The brawling between the two superstars promises an exciting match between them to crown a new champion. And speaking of which, Goldie Boone and Chastity York will be our first match on the card tonight. Also, we feature Miney will be going up against Novar Xanatrone. Neil Kaio will be going up against Enelith. The Barbarians, the Bravestone Brothers, with Prax Agorithus before he's their manager, will be going up against our current men's tag team champions, the Back Alley Boys. Varja will be going up against Desiree Bouveau. Vin Blastine will be going up against Kilran Sparkshard. Lorana will be competing against Jayla Fast Shadow. Our women's tag team champions, Anarchy, will be going up against the Hag Sisters. And in our main event tonight, Laura Dauta will be defending the Hunter's Mark for the second time, this time against Morduk, with the other two members of the Triangle, Jardik Munka and Rulem, hiding in his corner with him. So, let's go ahead and get right to our first match. Goldie Boone has had words with Chastity York ever since Chastity interfered and prevented Goldie from winning the Lady of Valor Championship belt back from Cheryl Aranoma. Her interference was not the entire reason, but was enough to change momentum and send the match back in the direction for Cheryl to get the victory. So these two really don't like each other too well. We have Steampunk versus the Weird Wild West. To start us off tonight, who's going to be the victor? Well, let's head right out to Diet of Water Arena and find out. And coming out first, it is Goldie.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing the good guys from Carson City, Nevada,
Goldie Boone, managed by Wandering Silence. Unfortunately, when it's doing these rivalry matches, it doesn't let me put the managers in. So, Wandering Silence is the manager for Goldie. Here from the Weird Wild West, trapped here after getting caught in some sort of time loop vortex chasing down the band of desperados that burned down the family ranch. Had a tough time of it until Goldie took on Wandering Silence as her manager and has kind of brought out the rough and tumble side of her, bringing some more favorable results. And her opponent, straight out of the steampunk world, is Chastity York. Can fix or repair anything, especially a match. She did her what she could to help fix the match in Cheryl Aranoma's favor in our last premium live event. And now Goldie looks to has been trying to extract her pound of flesh. And with limited success on her end, unfortunately. Oh, Goldie's moved to my feet. So we'll go ahead and leave the Gracie cam going. All right, looks like everyone's set and ready to go. Did I just call you Goldie instead of Gracie? There, and speaking of Goldie, comes right out with the attack onto Chastity, grabs her by the leg. Oh, but did not see that enziguri coming. And now modified camel clutch stretch there. Goldie reverses her weight, goes for a strike. Chastity blocks it, and now we have a collar elbow hookup going here near the ropes. And Goldie's got the upper hand, pushing her into the corner. Ref wants a clean break, and Goldie does not give him one. You can see this isn't the Goldie we used to know. Goes in, but misses, and hangs herself up in the trio. Whoa, trying to give a big running boot to Chastity. Instead, she's got Chastity's boot right in her face. Goes up second rope, spins around, moonsaults from the second rope. Goldie's right back up, however, wraps her up. Has her tied up in a small package, but only for a 1 count. Goes right at her with a double axe handle shot right to the head, it looks like. Big stomp there. Pulls the arm out and bounces right on that shoulder. And now she's just going for a blatant chokehold here. Wandering Silence has definitely brought out the mean streak inside Goldie. Waits for Chastity to come up to her feet. Nasty series of chops. Looks like she's going for an eye shot on those goggles. And now another shot right to the goggles there, it looks like. Headbutt to the back of the head. Rolls her over, stomp right on the ankle. Now she goes up second rope. Another measured elbow shot. Got her right on the noggin. Pulls her up part way. Now up to her knees. Into the ropes. And a big running boot shot. Pulls her up. And she's going to go after that arm again. Another stomp right on that same shoulder. Goldie measures her out. And now the ground and pound begins. Pulls her up to her feet. Big forearm strike there. Swing and a miss on that one. Chastity not able to recover. Now she does. Gets in a shot of her own. Tries to take advantage. Has her up on one shoulder. And Goldie right onto the top rope. Hooks the leg for the pin. But only a 1 count. That big swing and a miss by Goldie. We'll see if how much of a factor that is in the rest of this match. Series of clotheslines. And now a single leg drop kick by Chastity. Chaining some moves together here. Pulls her up. Wraps her up. And is going right for the lever. Trying to make her submit. Has her trapped in the middle of the ring. Breaks the hold for some reason. Waits for her to get up. Wraps her up. And the steam slam. Holds her down for the pin. But no. Kicks out at 2. Another big stomp by Chastity. Pulls her up. Now to the knee. Goes into the ropes. And shotgun drop kick of her own. Goldie going to the corner. Using the ropes to pull herself up. Chastity spins her around. Throws her hard into the turnbuckle. Forearm to the back. Pulls her out. And she's going to ram her right into the ring post. Down she goes. Big stomp by Chastity. Another series of big boots. Mocking Goldie to get up. She does. Now she's going to go up inside top rope. Trying to figure out what she wants to do. Misses with the elbow shot. Could be the opportunity Goldie's looking for. Pulls her up. Has her up. Fireman's carry. And looks like Chastity just rolled snake eyes. Big stomp. No. Chastity gets the boot up first. Collar elbow hookup. Hard whip into the ropes. And goes right for a drop kick but misses. Goldie takes advantage. Whip of her own. This time, back body drop. Doesn't miss. Big kick there. And hits the yeehaw. The split leg, single leg drop, but only a 2 count. Slams the arm down. Pulls her up to her feet. Sets her up and hits the goat roper. Misses on the stomp. Chastity picks her up. Nasty overthrow. Yeah, may have been. Refs are a little bit slow in this version of the game. Big kick to the back. Goldie slowly getting up to her feet. Chastity going up second rope again. This time hits the shotgun drop kick. Waiting for Goldie to slowly get up to her feet. Goes in, but Goldie has the elbow up. Big series of shots here. Double axe handle to the back. This match is going back and forth all over the place. Wraps that arm around the rope. Pushing on the middle rope for extra leverage before the ref breaks the count. Another big kick. Another boot stomp. Looks like she's going to take another running charge, and this time hits with the boot or the knee, one or the other. Rolls her over for the pin. And a kick out at 2. Plenty of shock, but not enough out. Chastity goes outside the ring. Comes back in. Goldie's waiting for her. Scoops her up. Fireman's carry. Going for a helicopter spin. Drops her down. And now she's going up top. This could be the cowgirl elbow. Measuring it out and hits the elbow from the top rope. Hooks the leg, goes for the pin. And this time it is 3. And the victory goes to Goldie Boone. Chastity rolls out of the ring. Goldie celebrates inside the dice tray. Chastity trying to work her way out. Well, what's going on here? Goldie's going back after her again. She wants a little bit more pound of flesh. Hard into the ring apron. No forgiveness here. Whipped hard into the steel steps. I think Goldie may just have a little bit of angst still with Chastity Boone. Or Chastity there. Chastity York. Just a little bit upset still. You think maybe a little? Teaching some hard lessons. Yeah, you're teaching her some. You've really brought out the mean streak inside of her, Wandering Silence. And now we have one-on-one action here. Novar Xanatrone lost the Master Melee Championship belt to Rufus Combs, the Marshal, and lost in his last match as well. He feels the need to try to get back on some sort of winning streak, and he is booked tonight against Miney, one of the 3 kobolds with the trench coat. So we'll see. Not necessarily an easy match. We've seen how difficult Miney and the rest of the kobolds can be inside a match. Nothing guaranteed. So let's go ahead and head back to Diet Water Arena and see what happens. All right, here comes Miney. He does not have Mo, the man in the trench coat, with him. He and the other 2 kobolds are on a promotional tour right now.
Representing the Brood from Avalon, weighing in at 150 pounds, Minor 8.
The other 2 kobolds and the manager, Mo, the man in the trench coat, are on a promotional tour internationally right now. So it's just Miney by himself going up against Novar. But We've seen Miney in action. We know he can do a thing or two inside the ring. You cannot turn your back on the kobolds. Anything could happen. We saw him almost get the Master Melee belt when a regular match against Novar went to a triple threat match when Jarduk Munka cashed in the bag of holding mid-bout. So Miney wants a chance to prove that he could do it without Jarduk's interference. Novar Xanatronar Urchanasi, Cleric of the Forge. The Hammer is not in the best of moods after losing that Master of Melee championship belt that he held for a good long period of time. The bad news is that he lost it. The good news is at least he didn't lose it to a member of the Triangle. But that's kind of a bittersweet way of looking at it. Novar wants that belt back around his waist where he feels it belongs. And now comes the path that every other former champion has to make. He's got to earn that title shot. Or somehow earn a shot at the Hunter's Mark. He can earn a title shot that way. Novar got the belt that way before. Perhaps he can take that path again. But it all starts here tonight with this match against Miney. Looks like he's about set and ready to go. Miney's looking loose. Game face going on Novar. There's the bell, and here we go. And Miney rushes right in, rolls him over. Going for a quick roll-up. Doesn't even get a 1 count, though. Collar elbow hookup. Let's see who gets the superior position. Miney pushes Novar off. Novar got a little tangled on the ropes. Now he's back out. They're in the hookup again, and now he's got Novar in the corner. Wanted a clean break. Miney didn't give him one. They hook up again. He breaks it around, spins him around, holds him down by the head, stomps on the arm, measures him out. Elbow drop misses. Novar rolls out of the way. Comes with a big clubbing forearm shot. They hook up again. And now Novar's got the headlock going. Cranking on it hard, and Miney gets out. Nice little toe drop rollout to get free. Big kick there. Now Novar, now they're getting in a punching fight, and I don't think Miney wants to get into a punching fight with the Hammer. He's saying, go ahead and give me another one. He takes another shot, and now we're going full hockey fight already. Novar's temper is on a hair trigger as it is. And now here comes Doxel, member of the same faction as Novar. He's got his gripes with Miney right now. Watching, he hasn't interfered yet. Standing there watching. Only a 1 count there. And nope. And here's Doxel interfering. He's about to do a demon drop on Miney. The ref has not DQ'd him yet. I don't know why. I did not know this was a no DQ match. He hits the demon drop. Novar all over him. A big boot. Novar rolls outside. I guess this is a no DQ match because he's going for some toys. He pulls out the baseball bat, swing and a miss. And a leaping clothesline shot by Miney. Knocks the bat out of his hands. Big stomp. Pulls him up, but a page turn reversal there by Novar. And now The club stomping's begun, pulls him over to the ropes. We're going to see the anvil, it looks like here. Has him on that second rope and drops him down. Looks like Novar's getting himself back in stride again. There's the pounding. Hits him with the forge hammer out of nowhere. And it is over. I don't know how that got switched. How long was that switched off of the... Yeah, how long had that been going on? I hope it wasn't long. I just noticed it there. Now it's like, wait, how was that? Things are a little bit messed up. The app that I use on my tablet, Touch Portal, is not cooperating with me again. So I've been having to do things by mouse, and it happened immediately after the pin. Okay, good. Then you guys didn't miss any of the match. I was afraid that you had. So, all right, let's go ahead and get the mouse pointer all the way out of the way so that doesn't accidentally happen again. So, our next matchup here, we have Neil Caillo is finally defending the Hunter's Mark, and she'll be doing it against Anna Lith. She's been having some issues with Feline Locke, who interfered with her match at our last premium live event, almost messing things up for her, but she was still able to win the Hunter's Mark irregardless of that. But she's not been able to defend it because she had 2 tag team matches scheduled with Feline, who went and then abandoned her in the match, and then she had a undisclosed illness that kept her away for a little bit. Now she's back, but not without her and Feline messing with each other's matches here. Now this will be a title defense for the Hunter's Mark. For those of you not familiar with our show, the Hunter's Mark is our fighting championship along the lines of the old TV champions or internet champions by the different territories back in the past. This belt is defended every time we have a stream, whether it's a regular one like this or like the premium live event next week, the Fiendish Stockade. Neil's had some extenuating circumstances, so now this will be her first time bearing the Hunter's Mark. If you successfully bear the Hunter's Mark 4 times in a row, your next match will automatically be against whoever the standing champion is. Whether it's on the men's side, it's the Master Melee champion. On the women's side, it's the Lady of Valor champion. So either way, if you have those 4 successful defenses in a row, you cash it in and you get a shot at the title, as Rufus did not all that long ago to take the title away from Novar Xanatrone. But right now she's got to win that first one, and that'll be against one of the members of Fatal Attraction, Annalith. So let's head right back to Diet Water Arena. Coming out first, it is Neil Caillo, holder of the Hunter's Mark.
Making her way to the ring from out of this world, the Women's Internet Fighting Champion, Neil Caillo.
Out of the science fiction world of RPG gaming, she is from Ganymede, one of the moons of Jupiter. Has no eyes, as you can see. She sees everything using psionics. And someone is laying right on top of my foot. So Niall, this is her first time defending the Hunter's Mark. We'll see how successful she is. She's got to keep an eye out to make sure Feline Locke does not mess up that defense. And here comes her challenger. Dark and dangerous, enticing and scary. No one ever forgets her. She is Annalith. Rose between her teeth. She is our tiefling succubus out of the fantasy realm. Making her way down to the ring, throws the rose to some lucky person. Or maybe unlucky, depending on your perspective. Nothing she would like to do more than to win the Hunter's Mark and use that as a shot to bring the Lady of Valor belt to Fatal Attraction. But to do that, first she's got to get a clean victory over Niall Caillo. Niall looks loose and set. Total game face on Annalith. There's the bell, and here we go. It goes right. Annalith goes right in with a big boot and misses. Niall went in for something. Nice little flip. I thought we were going to see a power bomb out of Annalith. Nope. Now we got a reversal. And now there's the big boot of Annalith striking on Niall. Hard whip into the corner. Big kick, another big kick. Pulls her out, big uppercut, knocking her right back into the turnbuckle. Stomp on the leg. And Annalith going right for a quick pin. But only a 1 count. She's going to go right back to the pin again. Again, only a 1 count. She looks confused. She thought that was going to be enough. There wasn't any shock or awe with any of that. Now wraps her up. Russian leg sweep and goes right for the submission hold. But no, Niall works her way out and now is going to punch her way loose. We'll see how much damage was done with that hold. Kick there. Wraps her up. Hard whip into the ropes. Drops down. Leapfrogs over. Nice toe drop takedown. And now the old chiropractic walk along the back. Goes for a kick. Annalith blocks it with and then gets in a kick of her own. This match has been mostly Annalith here so far. And now butterfly stretch using the ropes for extra leverage. Now breaks it. Rolls her over. Big stomp right on the back of the leg and the foot. Mocking Niall to get to her feet. She does. Annalith now going up top rope. Launches and misses. Niall takes advantage. Big rolls her over. Big stomp on the leg. Rolls her back. Big elbow drop right onto the knee. Another stomp on the same leg. Now she goes outside the ring. Leaps over. Torpedo drop kick off the top rope. Mocks her to get Annalith to get up. Niall's ready for her. Big clothesline. Another running clothesline. Kick attempt blocked. Nice little leg sweep by Niall. He's got the adrenaline pumping now. Hooks the leg for the pin. But only a 2 count. Stomp misses there. Pulls her up by the head and the horns. And now just the old-fashioned veal throw towards the other end. She's getting things set up. Runs right in. Nice little... She hits the asteroid leg drop there. Hooks the leg. But only a 2 count. Waits for her to get up. We'll see what happens next. Goes up. The double knees. Hits the comet. Hooks the leg. And that's enough to do it. And Neil has her first successful defense of the Hunter's Mark. And now Feline Locke attacking from behind after the match is over. Ref was going to get the belt, but Feline's in there before anyone can do anything else. Neil pushes her off. Tries to get to her feet. Get ready, we got extra action here, everyone. Massive slap fight happening. Neil's just been in a hot and heavy battle. Feline's going to be the fresher one of the two, mocking her to get a shot, and she does. Neil's not going to back down. There's too much animosity between these two. Now she's saying, you come and get it. Get me with one. And now sets her up big, clubbing forearm to the back. Double axe handle, and down she goes. Neil tries to get to her feet. Quick kick, sets her up. Looks like she's going to hit her with the avalanche. Down she goes. Now Neil fighting back. Big stomp there. Ref nowhere to be seen. No one from security coming in. Cranking on that neck. Throws Feline down. Pulls her up. Cranking on that neck once again. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Maybe someone from the gorilla, I don't know if someone from the gorilla position sent her in or not, but she goes up. Top rope. Torpedo drop kick again. He's waiting for her to get up. Are we going to see the Comet again? We do. Hits her with it. Now pulling her to the center of the ring. Another big stomp. She's just taking it all out on Feline Locke right now. Feline gets out. Gets some strikes in of her own, and out of nowhere, she hits again, and now Boston Crab. She hit the Comet and the Asteroid. Feline Locke gets out of the Boston Crab. Big series of strikes here. Wraps her up. Big suplex, but Neil right back to her feet. And hits the Comet again. Grabs her by the legs, and another Boston Crab, this time in the center of the ring. She's just cranking on Feline's back right now. She's able to flip her way out. Wraps her up, hits the snowball. And now security is coming in to break it up. But that was wild. Okay. That was two matches in one. To steal the old Sorts commercial. That was a wild and a crazy one. All right, now some men's tag team action here. Our current men's tag team champions are the Back Alley Boys, Ethan Drake and Pierce Lincoln. This will be a non-title match as they will be going up against the brothers Bravestone, Ballrig, and Dolgrim, along with their manager, Praxagora Thesmophoria. How did she become a manager? How can anyone become a manager in Grappler's Keep? Well, funny you should ask that. If you subscribe to the channel as a tier 1 subscriber, you can become the manager of a singles wrestler, as Wandering Silence is for Goldie Boone, and Krellin is for brain just went blank. Our superhero girl. My mind just failed on me here. Oh yeah, Komona out of the Lightning League. Or you can be the manager of a tag team, as Praxagor Thesmophoria is for the Barbarians. If you go up to tier 2, you not only get to be a manager, You can set up your own faction. Do you want to set up someone better than Team Chemo? Someone that's going to be a better rival against the Triangle or Fatal Attraction? You can set it up as all men, all women, or a combination. You're the manager. It's your faction. You decide. You can put up to 4 to 5 people inside it. If you go all the way up to tier 3, you won't be a manager. You will be an actual wrestler here competing against all of our tabletop RPG characters here in Grappler's Keep. So that's how you can become a manager, as Prax is, as we get ready to head back to Diet Water Arena and watch our next match. Perfect timing indeed, Prax. Coming out first, our Dwarven Barbarians, led by their manager, Praxagora Thesmophoria. Balrig, Dolgrim, the brothers Bravestone.
Is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring, accompanied by Flores, and a combined weight of 516 pounds. Baldwin, Bravo, Stone, and Dalton. Bravo, Stone, the Bludgeon Brothers.
All right, there they are. Their wrestling has taken on a much stronger and brutal form since falling under the tutelage, the power, maybe thraldom of Praxagora Thesmophoria. And that brawn and power will be tested against our current tag team champions, the Back Alley Boys. Here they are, the current Knights of the Realm tag team champions. Ethan Drake on the left, Pierce Lincoln on the right.
430 pounds. The Men's All-Star Tag Team Champions. Ethan Drake and the Enforcer, Pierce Lincoln.
Ethan Drake, the self-proclaimed Prince of the Boulevards, along with his lifelong friend and enforcer, Pierce Lincoln. They are the current tag team champions. They've had a good run of it here as of late. We'll see how they do in non-title action tonight. It'll be Balrig starting off against Pierce. There's the bell, and here we go. Collar elbow hookup, and Balgrim's not wasting any time. Shot right to the gut. Big series of blows. Picks him up. Tilt-a-whirl slam, but walks right into a quick kick by Pierce. Comes in with a few strikes of his own now. Wraps him up. Double hook suplex. That is not easy to do with Balrig. Pierce measures him out. Goes to the ropes. Low enziguri kick there. Looks like now Prax has his attention. It's giving Balrig some time to recover, and recovery does. Comes right from behind. Shot to the back. Quick tag, and in comes Dolgrim. Whip into the ropes. Shotgun drop kick, and now here comes Balrig with the flying squat, and now Dolgrim will take over. Big knee to the back on Pierce. Rolls over, catches him by surprise. Rolls him into the turnbuckles, and now quick series of blows. And now he will tag and bring in his partner, Ethan Drake. Prax not loving what you're seeing right here. Big face plant by Ethan Drake onto Dolgrim. Big stomp on the shoulder. springboard moonsault, but only a 1 count. Prax trying to get the crowd going, as well as her team. Ethan goes for a dirty pin, but the ref catches it right away. Gives Dahlgren a chance to recover. Hard whip into the corner. Here's the tag. Ballrig comes back in. Whip right into Ballgrim. Hits him with a meteora of sorts. Into the ropes. Leaps, and the big body splash. And now, some ground and pound by the big dwarven barbarian. Now, a big knee right to the jaw. And you're saying, how are they dwarves? They're too big. It won't let me make them any shorter. Ballgrim lifts him up. And a big power slam. Hooks the leg for the pin. But only a 1 count. Pulls him up to his feet. Wraps him up. Fisherman suplex. Another tag, and here comes Dahlgren. Ethan gets the tag, and here comes Pierce. Ethan with a desperation dive. He's still in the ring. Dahlgren right on top of him now. He goes after Ethan. Going to whip him across the way. Now goes after Pierce. I guess getting him out of the way more than anything else. Hard into the turnbuckle goes Pierce. Big forearm shot by Dahlgren. Spins him back around. A nasty clubbing shot to the back there. Pulls him out. And shoves him right into the ring post. And now there comes Ethan, not the legal man in the ring. The ref has not chased him out yet for reasons unknown. Now he rolls out. Now Dahlgren's going to alley-oop Pierce out of the corner. Hooks the leg, goes for the pin, but only a 1 count. As now Ethan and Ballrig are going at it on the outside of the ring. Dahlgren and Pierce are doing it inside the ring. War cry from Dahlgren, waiting for Pierce to get up. Wraps him up. Dwarven kick. Hooks the leg for the pin. And just in time, Ethan Drake gets there for the save. Dahlgren chases him off. Continues on Pierce, who rolls outside the ring. Dahlgren goes up top rope. And a knee drop from the top rope onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats outside the ring. The count begins. Dahlgren, smart move, taking a little bit of a rest. As he waits to see if Pierce can even make the call, he will. And now he comes after him, but Pierce is right there for him. Throws him down and away. And now Ethan comes after Dahlgren. Hits him with a flurry of blows here. Basically preventing him from getting inside the ring. Ref's trying to get control. Now Pierce goes after Ballrig. And we're just got bedlam going on here. The count goes to 5. Ethan still all over Dahlgren outside the ring. Pierce, the count should be restarted because Pierce is outside, and now he hits Now he hits with a running elbow shot. The count is reset to 3. Dirty tricks by the back alley boys. I guess what can you expect? The count goes to 4. And Pierce is just all over Dahlgren now. Count goes to 6. I don't know if Dahlgren is even going to make it back inside the ring or not. Pierce has him. Now throws him in. They both get in by the 8 count to make it back to a legal match. Pulls him up. Big strike there. Wraps him up. And hits him with the bitter end. And there's Dahlgren. There. Ballrig there for the save. Now Pierce going after Ballrig, going after the wrist. And now wrapping him up. Going for a figure 4 onto Dahlgren. Doesn't get it very good, but does enough damage. Tags in Ethan. Stomp misses. Ballrig comes right in with a lariat. And now twisting the neck on Ethan Drake. Trying to take away some of his speed. One of his best weapons. Throws him down, big stomp on the arm. Deadlift gut wrench slam coming up. There it is. Pulls him up. Hard whip into the corner. And now a very needed tag. Here comes Ballrig as he's going to be whipped right into that Meteora again. Pulls him up to one knee. Goes to the ropes. Big running boot by Ballrig. Pulls him up to his feet. Wraps him up. Has him set. And hits the longboat. Pulls him up to his feet again. Hard whip into the ropes. Massive drop kick from Ballrig. Hooks the leg. Goes for the pin, but there's Pierce for the save. Ballrig back to his feet. Pulls Ethan back up. Hard whip into the corner. Misses with the tag. Instead, he's going to come right in, but walks right into double shit boots from Ethan. Goes up. Hits him with the gutter snipe from behind. Ballrig gets up and he goes up. Hits him with the street. Goes for the pin. Dolgrim there for the save. Ballrig may be regretting not doing that tag when he passed on it. Ethan gets the shot in. Whip into the ropes. Neutral shoulder blocks that go nowhere. Ethan has Ballrig on the ropes. Hits him with a big kick there from the side. Goes outside the ring. Now comes back in. Misses with the stomp. Big strike there. Goes for a waist cinch. Now has him by the hair in the back of the head. And an uppercut to the back of the head. Grabs the leg. Knee right into the side of the leg there. Trying to take the base away from Ballrig. Goes upstairs. Dolgrim made an attempt to go after Ethan, but didn't get the chance. And now here's the tag. Pierce Lincoln coming in. Rolls him over. Has both feet on the legs there and going for the surfboard. Stretching Ballrig out, but he is not giving in. Instead, he rolls his way free. Pulls Pierce up. Big Glasgow kiss right there. Slams the arm down. Has him by the head. Picks him up and just throws him right back down again. Pulls him up to his feet. Scoops him up. Big body slam. Big stomp. Now hooks the leg for the pin. But only a 1 count. Pulls him up to his feet once again. Here comes the hard whip into the corner. Takes his time going in. This time he does make the tag. Pops him up and right into a power slam. Dolgrim for the pin. But kicks out at 2. Plenty of shock, but not quite enough awe. Pierce gets pulled up, now gets an elbow shot and quick kick in. Has him up, going for a suplex. Looks like he missed on the suplex, but the slam hits anyway. But only a 2 count. Don't know if that was a botch or intentional. Hard to say. Has the knuckle lock in on Dolgrim. Snaps the arm. Misses on the chop. Dolgrim takes advantage. Whip into the ropes. Drops down. Picks him up. And big pancake slam. Goes for the pin. Ethan there for the save. Dolgrim's considering tagging or not. Pierce pulls himself up in the corner. Dolgrim's going to go in after him. Pulls him out. Throws him back into the turnbuckles. Grabs the arm, wraps it around the rope. Has to break at the count of 5. Now that big Viking boot right on the chin. Pulls him up to his feet. Hard whip again into the corner. Here's the tag. Ballrig coming back in. Flips him down. Sets him up and Body slams Ballrig onto Pierce. Hooks the leg for the pin. This could be it. It is! And the victory goes to the Barbarians.
Here are your winners,
A big win for the Bravestone brothers against the tag team champions. You can see the pride in the face there on Prax. She may have this tag team right where she wants them, which is good news for the Barbarians and bad news for the rest of Grappler's Keep. All right, now women's singles action here. Varja, former member of the Shield Maidens, now on her own, has been making quite a stir with her matches. She will now be going up against former Lady of Valor champion, Desiree Bouveau. This should be an interesting match here. Technical skill versus sheer power. What wins out? We will find out as we return to Diet Water Arena.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Mount Olympus, the Warrior Princess.
It is Varja. Loves to fight almost as much as she loves her armor. And you can see by how highly polished it is how much she loves that armor. Making her way down to the ring. Has definitely made herself known as a presence on the singles division here in Grappler's Keep. Much to the relief of many of the people in the tag team division, but is now striking fear in every singles wrestler on the women's side, as not many are looking forward to seeing her inside the ring. An imposing presence anywhere, but especially inside the dice tray. And now the belle of every ball, singer, dancer, performer of stage and ring. It is Desiree Bouveau. She'll have her hands full in this match for sure. She's handled herself well against most opponents here in Grappler's Keep so far, even a short, albeit very stunted, about 4 to 6 week run with the title last year until she was beaten by Cheryl Aranoma, who now still holds the belt. But this could be Desiree's biggest challenge yet. Let's see how she she may be doing a lot of dancing to get away from Varja. We'll see what happens. Varja's set and ready to go. Desiree has the game face going. There's the bell, and here we go. Varja comes right in with a kick, wrist lock, and now a backward kick to the gut. She's going right after Desiree, throws her hard in the corner, big running elbow shot. Has her by the ankles, pulls her out. Nice little alley-oop drop there. Pulls her up to her feet. And now hard right into the turnbuckle. Puts her where she doesn't want to be, up on the top there. And just throws her from the top like a sack of potatoes, literally. Rolls her over. Was going to try to do something off the ropes, but the ref was in the way. She'll just go for a straight kick and a stomp instead. Pulls her up by the head. Old-fashioned veal throw towards the corner. And a running leg drop. Pulls her up by the arm. Now just undefended stomps to the head. Desiree's had no offense in this so far. Double axe handle from the second rope. Flips her over, going right for the pin. This is almost like a squash right now. But no, Desiree kicks out at 2. Into the ropes. Now she stops as Desiree rolls out. Goes to the ropes to try to get up. And Varja just throws her out onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats. Goes to the ropes. And Desiree's ready with an elbow as she tries to get in. Take advantage of opportunity. Goes up top rope. Elbow drop. Gets her in the back. Desiree, ever the opportunist. Now stomping on the back. Jamming the face into the mat. That's one of the ways you win these matches. Take advantage of opportunities. Big strikes here. Face plant straight down. Big knee to the back. And now Desiree's got some good offense going here as Varja pulls herself up on the ring apron outside the ropes. Forearm strike now. Varja gets one in. Comes back in. Desiree ready. Hard whip into the ropes. Big spinning elbow shot. Pulls her up to her feet. And hits her with the facial. Varja comes right back up, but gets hit with the high heel. Goes for the pin, but kicks out. Grabs her by the legs, but no, Varja kicks her off. Adrenaline surge going for Varja right now. Pulls her to the middle of the ring. Big forearm strike. Now throws her hard into the corner. Big forearm strike again. Pulls her out, bounces her back into the turnbuckle, hooks both arms, and buckle bombs her right into it face first. Another big stomp. Desiree not able to get up. Dragged to the center of the ring. Wraps her up. She's got her locked in the Trojan horse. She's going to try to get a submission here. And does. The victory goes to Varja. And out of nowhere, Yelena goes after both. She doesn't care who it is. Goes after Varja. Ref trying to chase her off. Varja gets the victory, but Yelena is the one who clears the ring. Looks like this rivalry is still far from being over. All right, let's go to more men's singles action here. We have our Goliath Bard, Vin Blastine. Is going to be going up against our Elemental High Elf Wizard, Killeran Sparkshard. Vin has been on a good run as of late. Killeran's been making pretty good showing as well. Let's see what happens in the match for both of their sides as we return to Diet Water Arena. And coming out first, he is our heavy metal bard, the Goliath, Vin Blastine.
Making his way to the ring from Avalon, weighing in at 365 pounds, the Goliath.
Making his way down to the ring. In the off season, he took time to refocus. Has been more successful as of late. Lost in his last match, but there was some hijinks going on in that one. Some interferences that happened. But the Bard is back. Still a crowd favorite. See how he does against Killoran here tonight. See if he can get back to, see which one gets back to their winning ways. And here he is. With all the pomp and circumstance he can pull out of his hat.
Weighing in at 228 pounds, Kelvin Sparks.
Only the most glorious wizard of any realm. If you're not sure, just ask him. He'll tell you just how glorious he is. Making his way down towards the ring. He'll have his hands full with a guy that massively out-heights, outreaches, and outweighs him. And he feels his intelligence and his wizardly skills will be more than enough to take him on. We'll find out how true that is here in a few moments. See, Vin's already saying, come on, bring it on. There from the side. And with that, it looks like Killoran is ready. All right, here we go. Vin looks relaxed. Killoran staying loose. Here's the bell, and here we go. And Killoran runs right. It goes in with a quick running knee, followed with a very quick springboard moonsault, catching Vin by surprise. He's going right for the legs here, standing right on both knees, stomping down. Killoran trying to use some speed to his advantage here. Knee breaker into the mat. Big stomp on the shoulder. And now goes for some ground and pound. Stomp to the gut, and right now Killoran is doing things pretty quickly here. Vin's not had a chance to put anything together yet. Killoran goes up. Assisted drop kick now, goes for the quick pin, but only a 1 count. A little bit early for that. Pulls him up, and now stomping on the chest and gut, holding the arms up so he can't defend himself. Going for another surfboard stretch pound. Now going up top rope. Big knee drop, but nobody home. And now the real grounding and pounding begins from Vin Blastine. Flips him over. Grabs him by the arm, stomp to the head. Gives him a couple of more, another big stomp. Holds the leg out, knee drop right onto the leg. He's gonna do it again. Slow the wizard down. Grabs him by the leg, and now going for a heel hook, it looks like. Taking away the legs and the speed from Killoran Sparkshard. And goes in he goes in for a big punch, but Killoran springs up, gets him with the knee. As the count begins, springboard launch of a forearm, and Vin's just not been able to put much together. Knee drop outside onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats. And now throws him back inside the ring. He's going to go for that knee shot again. There's that big stomp. Another big stomp by Kelleran. Pulls him up. Series of kicks to the head. What's this? Someone coming. Got intro music here. Giving Vin a chance to get up. Only gets one kick in, but he puts him off. Scoops him up. Nice suplex. Looked like there's music from someone from Team Chemo. Giving him some inspiration as well. Big stomps there. Another big stomp. Another one to the arm there. He's cranking it up. Kelleran gets up. Hard whip into the ropes. Pops him up. Big suplex. Walks right into a quick kick. Kelleran getting the legs going. Gets him with a knee to the jaw again. Sets him up. Hits the Shining Wizard. Tries to pull him away just when Vin had some offense going. Slight hesitation. But no, kicks out at 2. Vin slow to get to his feet. Kelleran gets a quick kick in, wraps him up. He's setting up for the fireball. Goes up and nails it. That might be it for Vin. But no, Vin has his legs in the ropes. Kelleran wasn't paying attention to where he was in the ring. Vin gets back up. He's going to try to do it again, but no! Back body drop by Vin Blasting. Pulls him up to his feet. Big punch there. And now he's going to cast the sleep spell. He's got the lullaby going. Can Kelleran get out, get free? Vin releases the hold. What's he got planned here? He's going up top. The Goliath is going top rope. And he waits. Massive clothesline from the top rope, and now stomping the literal mud out of the water. Kelleran pulling himself up on the ring apron. Big shoulder shot. Vin coming right after him. Flips him over. Big stomp to the back. Pulls him up. And now throws him back inside the ring. Arms outstretched. Calling to his muse, his god, whoever. He's ready for him to get up. Gets him from behind. Hits him with the last verse, he calls it. And that was the last verse for Kelleran. And right when it looked like it was all over, Vin reaches back, hears something, finds something, and comes back out with the victory. A big win in more ways than one for Vin Blasting. And now we have some women's singles action here, as we have Lorana, our fond master of the martial arts, going up against our halfling druid, Jayla Fast Shadow. Let's see if they can follow up that match. That was something else there. That was quite the comeback there for Vin. I thought when he hit the fireball, it was done. But then Kelleran went to the well one too many times, and Vin made him pay for it. All right, Lorana, of the thought, our fond master of the Seder School of Martial Arts. Here to take on our halfling druid. These two have had several matches together. They know each other pretty well. And she's looking loose and set and ready to go. Here's Jayla Fast Shadow, our halfling druid. Solomon devout to the land. Just don't make her mad or insult the natural world. These two have different ways of approaching the world and combat itself. See which form is superior. And hopefully all that gobbledygook in between here will be gone with 2K26. We'll see what they do instead. Everyone's set and ready to go. And we're off. And Lorana comes right out. The quick strike goes right for the waist lock. Gonna try to slow her down, but nice little snapmare and reversal right into a reverse chin lock by Jayla Fast Shadow. Using her legs to really crank on that neck hard. Try to slow her down. And now a big knee swing right to the back, but walks right into a quick kick by Lorana. Rolls her over, leg split rollover. Almost got the three count there. Goes right back in, collar elbow hookup. And nice reversal into the wrist lock by Jayla. Lorana trying to find a way to get loose, and she reverses it, slams the arm down, and down goes Jayla. Big stomp to the knee. Now has the head scissors locked in and a big elbow shot to the top of the head. Flips her over, pulls her up. Nasty knee to the side of the head, holds her up a second. She wants a third. Why not? She gets it. Pulls her by the arms. Nasty undefended knee shot. And it's all Lorana right now. Jayla rolls away, but bucks right into a clothesline. Grabs her by the leg. Big stomp right to the hamstring. Big stomp to the arm, and now a knee to the back. Lorana's chaining them all together pretty good. Waits for her to get up. Wraps her up, and now has her by the back of the head. Nope. Jayla elbows her way loose. Basement drop kick. Gets her right on the gut, it looked like, or maybe on the side. Lorana pulls herself up on the outside of the ring. Forearm strike there. Another one. A third one knocks her down onto the Eldritch Blast safety match. She goes up top. Waiting for Lorana to get to her feet. And a double axe handle from the top rope all the way down. Now just has her foot on the chin. Celebratory pose, maybe a little bit early. Pulls her up to her feet. And now throws her back into the ring well before the 10 count. And now it looks like Jayla's in control here. Strike there. Slams her down. Waiting for Lorana to get to her feet. Leaps up. Missile drop kick from the top rope. Pulls her up to her feet again. Swing and a miss. Lorana, some kicks to the hamstring, to the backside. Rolls her around and has her in the Seder lock. She's trying to get the submission. But she's able to get her legs underneath. Is now punching her way loose. Damage to the arm and neck, though. Gets a strike in, another one, and down goes Lorana. Looks like almost like she knocked her out. but only a 1 count. Shakes her head, trying to get the butterflies out of the way. Collar elbow hookup. Reverse whip into the ropes. Goes for a shoulder block and misses. Misses with that kick. Nice Hurricane Rana there by Jayla. Now comes back, goes out, comes back in. Stomp to the chest. And now just going in for the blatant chokehold here. And releases in the right amount of time. Hooks the leg. Goes for the pin. But only a 1 count. Now has the headlock in again and another shot to the top of the head. She's waiting for Lorana to get to her feet. Ready to do something. Changes her mind. Some sort of springboard enziguri kind of thing, but Lorana's right back up, only to be whipped into the ropes. Drops down. Nice back body drop by Jayla. But Lorana gets up, gets the punch in, wraps her up. Hits her with the key point. Hooks the leg, goes for the pin. But only a 2 count. Waiting for Jayla to pull herself up on the ring apron. Lorana goes right after. Chin drop right on the rope, and down goes Lorana this time. Lorana goes up top rope. There's Jayla, swing and a miss. Double axe handle by Lorana. What's going on here? We got interference from somewhere. It is Kimona coming in to help. Jayla fast shadow. She quickly gets the drop on her, gets out before the ref can see anything. Is this something you and Krellin put together here? Hurricane Rana by Jayla Fast Shadow taking advantage of the opportunity. And the victory goes to Jayla. Is there something going on between Kimona and Lorana that we don't know about? Master Krellin, we have questions. Hopefully you have answers. And now we have some women's tag team action here as our current women's champions. They are Anarchy, the team of Wicked and Spectre, out of the post-apocalyptic realm, are going up against the Hag Sisters, Devious Dora, Drake, and her little sister, Crazy May Lardladle. There should be a lot of, not going to see a whole lot of technical stuff in this one. You're going to see mostly a lot of fighting and brawling in this one. So let's head right to Diet Water Arena. All right, coming out first in the Rust Bucket. Spectre behind the wheel. Wicked in the payload. They are the Queens of the Keep Tag Team Champions. They are most aptly named Anarchy. Spectre's got them driven in. Wicked wearing that championship belt around her waist. This will be a non-title match. We'll see if the Hag Sisters can show us enough to earn them that shot. And now, Swampiest bog near you. Crazy May Lard Ladle and her big sister, Devious Dora Drek.
Crazy May, Lars, Lady, and Devious Doris Driggs, the Bad Girls.
They are the Hag Sisters. Not afraid to use whatever magical powers they have to try to get an advantage. Their looks are not deceiving. And once they get inside the ring, usually regret it. Devious Dora helping keep Crazy May focused. Both with that mysterious look in their eyes. And looks like they are set and ready to go. It's going to be Spectre starting out against Crazy May. We're set. There's the bell. Here we go. And Spectre's not wasting any time. Almost like a modified sling blade there. Goes right after Crazy May. Catches that kick. Gets a kick in of her own. Spectre trying to use what speed advantage she has. Quick face plant. And a leaping elbow drop. Pulls her up. Has the legs wrapped around, pulling on them. A reverse butterfly going on here. Now rolls her over for a pin. But one quick kick and Crazy May is out. It's been all Spectre so far. Kick to the back, another stomp. Pulls her up to her feet. Big forearm strike there again. Waist lock. Forearm shot to the back. A pull down slam again, and with that, she will tag and bring in Wicked. She's going to go right for some ground and pound right there in front of Devious Dora. Big stomp there. Misses with that stomp. Crazy May back up. Waist lock right into a German suplex. Has her by both arms and now stomping the life out of Wicked. Big stomp. Has her by the arm, holds it down, holding it down, stomping on the hand. Pulls her up. Now hard whip into the corner. Looks like Devious Dora got a shot in there, and now that big foot right on the chest, if not the neck, of Wicked. Pulls her up to her feet. And this has been all Hag Sisters so far. Hard into the turnbuckle goes Wicked. Gets put up top turnbuckle. And just pulled off by the arm and thrown. Looked like she was going to go for a tag, but Crazy May stops and goes right after Wicked. Shoulder blocks her down. And now goes after Spectre, knocking her off. Crazy Devious Dora goes after Wicked, but throws her into the ring instead. Crazy May going after Spectre outside the ring. Tornado DDT by Wicked, but now Crazy May's back in. Has her up. Hits the Magic Killer. Big strike there. The ref is down, and now she's casting the sleep spell. Trying to cast her to the far realm. But Spectre's there for the save, and now the ref is back up on his feet. And with that, Crazy May will finally tag and brings in Devious Dora. Running double axe handle shot. Hooks the leg, goes for the pin. Low count there by the ref, but only 2. Looked like he was hesitating between counts there. Well, Big shoulder arm pull there by Dora onto Wicked right there in front of Spectre. Face stomp. Stomp to the hand. Pulls her up, has that arm twisted around. She's going to spin that shoulder all the way around. Flips her over. Pulls her up. Goes into the ropes. Goes for a flip kick but misses. Wicked wasn't there. Dora punches her way back in. Wicked not putting up much offense. Double knee strike. Grabs the leg. Knee breaker into the mat. Pulls her up to her feet. Flurry of kicks here. And down goes Wicked. Gonna pull her away from the ropes and further away from Spectre. Rolls her over. Wraps her up. Doing a modified arm stretch here, trying to get a submission. And she locks it in and Wicked taps out. Nasty armbar there. And the victory goes to the Hag Sisters. We've seen both tag team champions go down in defeat tonight. That is not a good sign for them going into the Fiendish Stockade next week. And now we have our men's main event. This is for the men's Hunter's Mark, just like the one that Neil defended earlier, currently held by Lor Odauta, one of the three members of the Triangle, led by Jardak Munka and the newest member of the group, Rulem. He will be going up against our super smart superhero and Wandering Silence's favorite wrestler of all time, Morduk. Let's head to the arena for our men's main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Men's Internet Fighting Championship.
All right. Coming out first is the challenger. Claims he saved the world more times than it knows. Always seeking to show that brains can defeat brawn anytime. He is Morduk. Making his way down to the ring, you can hear he's got quite a good fan base out there. Claims that he was the inspiration for both Reed Richards and Tony Stark in the comics. He is set and ready to go. Loves the sound of the pyro going off, as well as the sound of the fans. And here comes his opponent, led by Jardak Munka. They are the Triangle. See the belt around the waist of Lor Odauta. He's our defending bearer of the Hunter's Mark. Rulem at his side. as they make their way down the ring. As you can see, they are not beloved by the fans by any stretch of the imagination. Loro Dauta is our gentleman rogue out of fantasy realm, Rulem out of the superhero realm, and Jarduk Munka out of the sci-fi realm. They are the triangle that he has put together to try to take control and rule over Grappler's Keep. And this is the belt that they are that is being defended here in this match. This is the men's Hunter's Mark. Let's take it back to ringside.
Introducing the challenger from Roswell, New Mexico, weighing in at 228 pounds, more Duke. And his opponent from Avalon, weighing in at 228 pounds, the men's internet fighting champion, Gentleman Lord.
Holding up the belt there, holding on to that belt as tight as he can. He doesn't want to lose it. He's been instructed by Jarduk to cash that in to get the men's championship under the control once again of the triangle. Morduk, his plans are to thwart that. There's the belt they're fighting over here tonight. Morduk looks like he's loose and set, as is Lore. Here's the bell. Here we go. Our main event. And a quick standing drop kick by Lore to start things out. Has the legs up. Big stomp right on the solar plexus and walks across the top of Morduk. Big kick there. Now is waiting for him to get to his feet. Springboard. Backdrop misses. Morduk was ready for it. Has him by the arms. Ripcord knee. Waiting for Lore to get to his feet. Springboard knee shot again. Flips him over. Does it again. Goes for the pin. But only one count. Way early. But sending a message. Big forearm strike there. Has him up. Whip hard into the corner. Pulls him out hard into the turnbuckle. Pulls him out. Bounces him in there again. And right into a German suplex. Flips him over. Hooks the leg again. But only a 2 count. As Jarduk's looking on. Encouraging his minion. Goes for a submission hold, but has to break because of the ropes. Pulls him up. Into the ropes. Big running double axe handle shot to the back of the head. Morduk going up top again. Springboard body splash right onto the back. Goes up. Top rope. Waiting for Lore to get to his feet. Leaps. Body splash again. Hooks the leg. But only a 1 count. Looks like Morduk was a little surprised with that. Goes to the ropes. Leaping leg split knee drop. Pulls him up. Big kick to the back. Pulls him up to his feet. Gonna take him to the corner. Hard into the turnbuckle again. Puts him up top. Not the place you want to be. He's gonna go up all the way to the top. We're gonna see a superplex here, it looks like. And he hits it. Holds on to it. For a nut sit-out slam. Goes for the pin. But only a 2 count. Plenty of shock there, but not quite enough awe. Runs down to the corner as Lore goes to the opposite side, pulling himself up. And now Rulem's got Morduk distracted. You'd think be smart enough not to fall into that. Here comes Lore. Takes advantage, shot to the back. Whip into the ropes. Spinning elbow shot. Pulls him up to his feet. Quick kick. Pulls him up, going for a power bomb. No! He hits him with the flanker. But only a 2 count. Waiting for him to get to his feet. Quick kick. Hits him with the Thieves' Cant. Holds the bet down for the pin. And he gets the victory. Morduk let himself get distracted by Rulem. And it cost him. And a second successful bearing of the Hunter's Mark by Loro Dauda. Halfway to a possible title shot. And that, everyone, well, we'll leave that. She's not. If Gracie was there, I'd leave it on, but she's not. So that brings us to the end of another episode of Grappler's Keep. As I said, next week is going to be the big one. That will be our next premium live event, the Fiendish Stockade. As I get out of the game here. Wrong button. Hit the right buttons here. There we go. That will be next week. Probably about, instead of our usual 8 matches, we will have probably about 12 or 14. We'll try to get in as many people as we can. I make no guarantees, of course. But we're going to try to get as many people as we can. Every single belt will be on the line. We saw the tag team champions both. Oh, we got some UBS problems here. Right when things were going good, OBS is trying to be finicky on us here. We'll wait for things to hopefully get fixed here, but so I will kind of stall and wait for everything to rehook back up. OBS connection successful. Okay, so hopefully things should be coming. Oh, here we go. Are we back up and going? Also, Boo Morduk. All right. I'm watching the stream here to try preview here to make sure that we're still connected here before I go on any further. Because according to this, it's showing that I'm kind of in a spin cycle here. Let's double check, make sure that that's accurate. Nope, everything is working. Okay, we are back. All right, so plans are for the future. Monday night will be Family Night at the Emporium, as my daughter Bonnie and I have started a new adventure with Hercule Poirot. This is Death in the Nile. We have Hercule Poirot in the 70s, so we've already had an episode literally inside a disco. Bell-bottom pants, wide collars, disco balls, the whole thing. And now we are somewhere in Egypt, it appears, as that's where the rest of our adventure is going to probably take place in. So get ready to put your little gray cells to action as we'll be working our way through this Agatha Christie classic. Wednesday is the weekly Skyrim serial. We will be starting a new character. I have not named him yet, but I know what our story is going to be. And I can tell you right now, the title of it's going to be Baron Zaya's Glory. And that might give you a clue on what kind of adventure we'll be doing with this character. I've got to get him created here in the next few days. So that'll be happening on Wednesday. And then, of course, a week from tonight, as long as nothing goes wrong, it will be the Fiendish Stockade, our version of Hell in a Cell, our Lady of Valor champion and our Master Melee champion will both be defending their titles inside the Fiendish Stockade. The tag team belts will be on the line. Both of our Hunter's Marks will be on the line, and we will have other matches as well. We'll be wrapping up some rivalries, we hope. And so we can get ready to start some new ones, because I've got some fun ones in mind here as we go. So that is what's going to be happening from here. Gracie is hiding somewhere. She doesn't want to be on the cam, so we're not going to worry about that too much. We'll go ahead and turn that off for now. So, different ways you can help support us as we try to keep these shows going and improve them as much as possible just by watching. You are helping us out. If you're here, if you follow, that's great. We love having followers here. If you subscribe, we definitely love subscriptions. Those tips go to pay for Virgil and Tori, so we definitely appreciate that. We have merch available for sale on our little shop that we have inside of, I don't see it popping up here, fourth wall, there it is. The links are available there if you scroll up enough, because we have merch available. We have the standard t-shirts and hats available for Grappler's Keep, for the Emporium, and for Diet Water. We have the insulated tumblers. We have the cozies for your bottles and cans. We have stickers available. If there's something else that you would like with one of our logos on it, please let me know and I will do so. Or maybe you would like to see merch with Virgil and or Tori on it. Let us know and we will make that happen. Other ways you can support us: if you have a home tabletop RPG game and the DM does not have a custom GM screen of their own, I make them on my Etsy shop, so you can take advantage of that opportunity there. Other ways you can support us is you can also join in on rewind. Other ways you can support, you can join us on Discord. We have different places there to talk about the games we have going on. We have places to show off your creative endeavors, because we all have creative stuff that we like to do, and I show off the stuff I do. Feel free to show off the stuff that you do and make as well. And most importantly, we have a section in Discord called the Prayer Closet. Here in our household, anyway, we deeply believe in the power of prayer. We know that it's real. We know that it's powerful. We know that it works because we've seen it time and time again with our friends and family. So if you have a need, if you have a concern, if you have a request, please place it there and we will be praying for you. This is not just a thoughts and prayers and no one does anything afterwards. I keep a list on Evernote for everyone who's on the prayer list, so I can keep track of what's going on and how God chooses to answer. So please take advantage of that if you would like that kind of spiritual support. However, some things are kind of personal. Some things are kind of private. Some things you really don't want other people, especially the internet, knowing about it, because face it, the internet is not necessarily a friendly place. If that's the case, just use the praying hands emoji. We'll take that as what we call an unspoken request, which means God knows what it is. You know what it is. We don't know, but you know what? We don't have to know every dirty detail. All we need to know is that the need is there, and we'll be praying for you just as hard as if we knew what was actually going on. Because the important thing is not that we know everything. The important thing is that we give you that kind of spiritual support. So, again, if you would like that kind of support, please take advantage of the prayer closet. Let's see who we have available to raid, and looks like things are trying to shut down on me here. Okay, is everything back up? All right, here we go. Let's see who is available for us to raid. We're going to dismiss that ad. Let's see who's out and available here. We got several various WWE 2K25s appearing on the screen here. Who do we want to raid? Who's all pop? This is all 2K25 stuff. Let's see if there's anyone that we're following that is on. Let's see. Voodoo Ush is going. He's doing the WWE 2K26 grind. That might be a place to go. Let's see. Gordon McLeod. We got someone doing some Skyrim. We got Resident Evil. We got Madame Gandalf, Black Phoenix, Lady Ari. Let us go raid Voodoo Ush. We haven't raided him for a long time. He's doing some of the 2K26 stuff. So let's go ahead and raid him. I have a wrestler in his realm, and I need to find. I've just made myself a new wrestler in 2K26, and I need to make sure how to send it to him anyway. So let's go raid Voodoo Ush then. So until next time, everyone, may green be the grass below you, may blue be the sky above you, may straight be the path before you, and one be the hearts that love you. Good night, everybody. Oh, and one last thing. Good night, Gracie.
It is the best Twitch channel that is secretly an old-timey ice cream parlor on either side of the Mississippi or the Rockies. And you should hear about the specials. Monday nights is Bonnie's Bonbons, cream extravaganza with all the float sodas and sundaes you can shake a stick at. I can shake a stick at quite a lot of Sundays. But there is also a Fudge Rodin Sunday special on Tuesdays, and the famous 1, 2, 3 parfait on Wednesdays, where wrestlers meet up in the squared circle to work out their differences with some healthy wrestling-style fisticuffs. It is all good, clean fun. Hawkeye's old-time gaming emporium. Their milkshakes bring all the gamers to the yard, and their content is more exciting than any Nickelodeon. Take your horse and buggy to their address, twitch.tv/KY Hawkeye.
This has been a Diet Water production.